Okay, my next guest is Jason Johnson. He is a veteran of the Iraq and Afghan wars. Jason was the lead K-9 handler used in Iraq with the U.S. Department of State, the CIA, and the U.S. Department of Defense. And he's one hell of a guy. We have a situation, which you've probably seen the movie. What was the name of the movie? I keep forgetting. With
Mega Levy?
Yeah, that was the name of it? Mega Levy, the movie? Okay. And with the movie, you saw one side of the situation with trying to get the dogs home, get them adopted. But what you didn't see, okay, is the other side, the cost once they get them home. And many of these dogs have severe injuries, and some, thank God, not as severe. But that you didn't see in the movie, and that cost goes right on to the person who adopts this dog. And Jason has put a program together. In fact, they're even building a facility for rehab for these dogs. And he's my guest today because we're trying to raise money for Jason and these dogs. And he's going to explain in the next few minutes how you can donate and the purpose of what he's doing, which I just tried to explain. But I'm going to let Jason now take over. Jason, I'm so proud of you, and thank you for joining us today, and I hope we can help you. But you're doing a magnificent thing here. I'm a huge dog lover, and what you're doing is just terrific. So why don't you explain in a couple of minutes here how we can help you, how my listeners can help you, and what your goal is. And I know you're building a facility now to try to help some of these dogs in rehab.
Well, thank you for having me, sir. And again, my name is Jason Johnson. I'm the founder and CEO of Project K-9 Hero. And Project K-9 Hero is a national nonprofit that I started 3 years ago to help retired police canines and military working dogs who have special needs or who have a financial burden on their handler. We do this by offering 100% reimbursement on medical costs, food, or death benefit assistance. But like you said, we're trying to build a facility out in Tennessee where we can rehab and rehome some of these police canines. A lot of people don't know that sometimes when a police canine or military working dog retires, they actually don't have a place to go. But we have a great following of people who we have an adoption process on our website at www.projectk9hero.org. Drop down, you'll see the application process. And we want to make sure that each police canine military working dog has a great home to go to, but more importantly, or just as importantly, that their medical care is being covered in their retirement. So what a lot of people don't know is that when a police canine or military working dog leaves service, whether it be from the United States military, the federal law enforcement, or even state or local law enforcement, there's no funds in place by those agencies to help them with their medical bills once they get out of service. In fact, whoever adopts them, that financial responsibility falls solely on them. And that's why we're here as a nonprofit to raise money and pay those medical bills directly because of that, to make sure that those bills are being covered and that no K-9 Hero goes without just because somebody can't pay their bill.
That's great. My guest today is Jason Johnson, and he's a veteran of the Iraq and the Afghanistan wars, and he is doing his mission right now is just fantastic. He's trying to ensure the best quality of life for these dogs who served military and who once adopted, it doesn't stop there. It's very costly to take care of these animals. Some of them have real health issues. Some of the operations can go from $3,000 to $12,000, and he's trying to take the burden off the soldier who's adopting or whoever is adopting. And I think it's just great what you're doing. So, and the best way, why don't you give us the website again? The best way to help is to donate, and give us the website again.
Yes, it's www.projectk9hero.org. We have a donate button right down on our at the bottom of our menu page, but also following us on Facebook or Instagram at Project K-9 Hero. We post every day on there about the great things we're doing, and we like to post the receipts from the medical bills we're paying each week so you can see directly where your hard-working money is going towards.
When these dogs come out of service, military service, is there some point some of them just can't be adopted, or is it with the stress and so forth? How's that all work out?
Absolutely. Not every military working dog, because of what they may have done or may have seen, is able to be adopted, but we try our best to make sure that we do find them a home, and we typically place dogs that our agency's contacted with up for adoption. But it's kind of my job to vet out that we're putting that dog in a home with someone who has the capabilities of taking care of it. They have the experience of working with a Belgian Malinois or a German Shepherd. And not only that, we want to be there to help with the financial burden to make sure that, most military working dogs and police canines have medical issues when they have service. It's just like a soldier. When I served in the United States Army, we have a VA program. It may not be the best program, but at least we have a program. Well, for these canine heroes, there is no program. And they're out there risking their lives and putting their body through so much wear and tear. It's not like your normal pet. So in old age, not only are they coming down with lung cancer and lymphoma and things of this nature, they have a lot of joint issues or other medical issues. So Project Canine Hero is there to make sure that these retired canines are taken care of.
What's the age of the dog? You usually adopt a dog. What's the age do you adopt them at, or a person will adopt them at?
Most police dogs, military working dogs, leave service between the ages of 8 and 10, and they can live anywhere up to between the ages of 13 and 15. Mm-hmm. So they have a potential of 4 or 5 years of good retirement years in there. Could be up to 6. Mm-hmm. And during those years, not all of them have special needs, but what we've seen over time, at some point, because of their career, because of the wear and tear on their body, they are going to develop some issues. And these dogs are heroes. They've risked their lives to save American lives. They've done things for us in Iraq and Afghanistan. And I was a military working dog instructor out in Yuma, Arizona, and I had the opportunity to work with over 1,200 military working dogs before they deployed to Iraq and Afghanistan during my career.
Gee.
And I know firsthand what they go through and the lives they touched and the lives they saved. And so I think that we owe it to them as a nation to make sure they're protected as well once they leave service.
Yeah, it's got to be very difficult for a soldier to come home without the dog. That's for sure, because he can't afford to take care of him. That's got to be awful.
Right, and like you mentioned in the opening earlier about Megan Levy's movie, in that particular case,
mm-hmm.
they worked to make sure that she got her partner back. And in getting their partner back, that's great. And that's a great law, and that's a great bill. And that's why I'm trying to work on the K-9 Flash Act right now
with
Congressman Ron Wright out of Texas, where we're going to take the money that's seized down on our nation's borders and help put some of that back into a K-9 retirement fund for the dogs who are actually going out there and finding it, and make sure they can get their bills reimbursed once they're out of service through that funding.
All right, terrific. All right, well, listen, that's great. So we're going to set you up on our website, Jason, okay? And thank you for your service. And
I appreciate that, sir.
And we're going to set you up, see if we can also when's that bill going to go through with Ron Bright?
We're working on with his legislative director right now, and it's probably going to take 6 months to a year before we can introduce it, But okay. I'm working hard to help them write it up the way I foresee it being written. And it's something that we're very committed to seeing through.
And let's see if we can direct some people to help get these dogs adopted, and we'll do everything we can for you.
Okay, we appreciate it, sir. Thank you so much.